Hello and welcome back to Mass Effect, where we've just landed on Eden Prime, which apparently is under attack. So let's not waste any time and try to save people and get to this Prothean beacon and stuff.
What the hell are those?
And those?
Gas bags. Don't worry, they're harmless.
Okay, if you say so.
Oh god, what happened here?
I'm not really sure, it looks a little bit spooky. Let's get on. Everything looks quiet so far. What the hell? Did you just die on us there? Oh man. Let me take my sniper rifle. No, I'm actually gonna use the assault rifle. Okay. And you guys too. Bye. And you. Thank you. Jenkins.
I think we're good, Commander.
Yeah, well, what happened with Jenkins?
Ripped right through his shields. We're out of chance.
Okay, he deserves a proper burial, and I wish I could have gotten to know him better, but I think we need to keep moving.
We'll see that he receives a proper service once the mission is complete. But I need you to stay focused.
Aye, aye, ma'am.
Gee, we had a comrade named Richard L. Jenkins. The L is probably for Leroy, and he died on our first mission. That was unexpected. Whoa, there's enemies incoming. Stay in cover, Caden. I'll try to push ahead. Hello, guys. Whoa. Not seriously firing rockets at me right now. Whoa. Shields? Shields?
I've got some burned out buildings here, Shepard. A lot of bodies. I'm gonna check it out. I'll try to catch up with you at the dig site.
Alright. I should maybe talk a little bit more about this New Game Plus that I'm doing here. Some of you may have thought, oh, you started the game while having all experience and equipment from your first playthrough. You should just be able to just face roll through the enemies, right? No. Sadly not, because Mass Effect has an adaptive system where the strength and the amount of enemies is determined by which level you are at. The main problem with that is actually there's a point in the game where you can get excessively good equipment, even though you're not very high leveled yet, so at that time it's pretty face roll-ish, but right now, because I'm way past that point with level 50 something, the enemies are pretty hard. I mean, we can also shoot really well and stuff, and we have a lot of options, but it's not gonna be a face roll walk, so... And we're also going to be getting crazy equipment because we're already at high level. Talking about equipment, I should probably give Caden something better to shoot with. And I can also show the equipment that I'm using here, which is some of the craziest shit that this game has to offer, which is the HMWA-X version of an assault rifle. It's crazy. I mean, there's other pretty crazy weapons like this pulse rifle here, but the Spectre Master Gear weapon class is pretty insane, to be honest. And I mean, this is basically an assault rifle on level 9 from some normal weapons manufacturer. It's pathetic compared to what we have. There's some good ones like the Breaker and the Kovalyov series and stuff, but Spectre Master Gear is one notch above everything, basically. I also have some upgrades installed in that. I think I even have better ones. Don't I? Don't I? No, I have no better frictionless materials. Okay. Better grenadic coil. No. Let's keep it at that then. I also have Spectre Master Gear for a shotgun. I even have a better shotgun than the one I'm using, but I'm not going to be using the shotgun often, so I'm going to be keeping that shotgun for someone who actually uses shotguns. So I'm not going to equip that. I also have a pistol, which is pretty interesting in the sense that it's not functioning like a pistol for most people would do. I probably demonstrated it at some point, but not right now. Then I have my trusty, my trusty sniper rifle. I'm not sure why I'm not using the best one I have. I think I'm actually going to be using the best one I have, right? Yeah, no. I'm gonna keep what we have here. What's that? Heatsink. We have better thing for that? Apparently not. Huh. Strange, the heatsinks are still pretty great. Huh. Rail extension, yes. But you have scram rails. Yeah, that's better than a rail extension because it has less mouths to heat stuff. I could talk probably for hours about how I like the weapon and the weapon modification system in Mass Effect 1 way more than in Mass Effect 2 and 3 because you can actually really make choices here. Like here, for the time being, I have rounds that add weapons force, which may result in the enemy falling over when being hit by the weapon, which is not that useful here, I think. So I can actually take different modifiers like -2 heat absorption, so my weapon overheats faster, and weapons force and toxic damage. I'll pass on that. I'll take the snowblind though, because the rate of fire doesn't really matter much for a sniper rifle, because most of the time you have to cool down with the weapon anyway. So I'm actually take the snowblind rounds. Yeah, I also like the sound of that. No, that's already fine. And I'm gonna show the armor that I'm using, which is a Colossus 7. In general, as we already saw with the assault rifles, for every weapon category, there's some producers who have pretty basic gear, and there's some who have pretty great gear. Casa Fabrication pretty much has one of the craziest armor pieces. I haven't even found the best armor piece here that I'm looking for. Maybe I'll find it during the game, but I don't have that right now. I think it's in heavy armor. I have a second one of that, which is I'm wearing a heavy armor from Casa Fabrication. Also, the Armox Arsenal stuff isn't that bad either. So I'm not gonna use that. So I wanted to give Caden something, right? Because Caden is well, he didn't transfer his stuff, so he pretty much has the basic gear, which for the assault rifle and the shotgun, it doesn't really matter what he has, because I'm probably having him use his pistol most of the time. But since he's gonna use his pistol really most of the time, I think he's actually gonna be getting one of the better ones that I have. But do I like you enough to give you this, Caden? For the time being, you can keep that, right? Okay. So you don't need that. You don't need a no, Caden. You don't freaking need a sniper rifle. But you'll be getting a different omnitool, and yeah, you're also getting a different biotic amplifier. You can get the Savant. Don't really mind that. Right. So Caden's got equipment. Well, I got pretty crazy equipment anyway. So yeah. Let's go on before I spend all this episode talking about equipment and stuff. Did I see an enemy over there? Or did I just imagine that? I didn't imagine. Hi. Oh, there's a rocket door. And what do we have here? Another Bye. So, there's more of these gas pockets. I don't really want to shoot them, but they can sometimes get close and explode on you. So let me check out the other path. There was a second path here, right? Right. Let me get through here. Hello. Okay, let's push on. Don't you die on us too, please. Thanks. What the shit? Let's get down there. So we're back, not sure why the game crashed again. Let's try to kill these Geth or whatever. Fire. Bye. Bye-bye.
Thanks for your help, Commander. I didn't think I was gonna make it.
Not sure why we are experiencing all these crashes. I never had them during the multiple hour test run that I did. Not sure. Hi, how are you? Let me get to your same height.
Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams of the 212. You the one in charge here, ma'am?
Are you okay?
Are you wounded, Williams?
A few scrapes and burns, nothing serious. The others weren't so lucky. Oh man. We were patrolling the perimeter when the attack hit. We tried to get off a distress call, but they cut off our communications. I've been fighting for my life ever since.
Okay, so what happened to your unit?
Where's the rest of your squad?
We tried to double back to the beacon, but we walked into an ambush. I don't think any of the others... I think I'm the only one left.
I'm sure you did everything you could.
This isn't your fault, Williams. You couldn't have done anything to save them.
Yes, ma'am. We held our position as long as we could, until the Geth overwhelmed us.
The Geth haven't been seen outside the Veil in nearly 200 years. Why are they here now?
They must have come for the beacon. The dig site is close, just over that rise. It might still be there.
Okay, if you don't have anything else planned, you could join us.
We could use your help, Williams.
Aye, aye, ma'am. It's time for payback.
Tell me more about these creatures that attacked us.
What else do you know about the Geth?
Just what I remember from history class back in school. They're synthetics, non-organic life forms with limited AI programming, created by the Quarians a few centuries ago. They were supposed to be a source of cheap labor, but ended up turning on the Quarians and drove them into exile. Well, after that, they just kind of disappeared behind the Perseus Veil. Nobody's really heard much from them since.
Do you know anything about the beacon?
Tell me everything you know about the beacon.
They were doing some digging out here to extend the monorail and expand the colony. A few weeks ago, they unearthed some Prothean ruins, and the beacon. Suddenly, every scientific expert in the colony was interested. That's when they brought us in to secure the site. I don't know much about the beacon itself, but I heard one of the researchers say this could be the biggest scientific discovery of the century.
Where are the scientists?
What happened to the researchers at the dig site?
I don't know. They set up camp near the beacon. The 232 was with them. Maybe their unit fared better than mine.
Okay. Did anything special happen before the attack?
Describe what happened leading up to the attack.
We were sent out a couple of nights ago from the main colony to secure the area. Seemed like a routine patrol, until the Geth hit us. We never knew they were coming.
Have you seen a Turian Spectre around here?
There aren't any Turians on Eden Prime. None that I've ever met. Not sure I'd be able to tell if one was a Spectre anyway.
If you saw this guy, you'd know. Carries enough firepower to wipe out a whole platoon. Luckily, he's on our side.
Sorry. Like I said, no Turians.
Let's go.
Move out!
Yay, non-leveled equipment. Woo! Great. Talking about leveled and equipment, it's probably a good point to actually skill Ashley and also and also give her equipment. First, I've already skilled Caden a little bit. I did that off screen before starting this episode. I also gave him armor in the well, after the game crashed, I thought, yeah, I had to do everything again, and wait, didn't I forget to give him armor? Wait, so I actually gave him better armor than the basic armor that he had. So let's also give Ashley points. Ashley's a soldier. She's good with assault rifles and basically all of the weapons. The main problem that we're going to be having with Ashley is that Shepard is basically the same, but better in every aspect. So I doubt that I'll bring Ashley along for much. I'm gonna skill her here nonetheless. Basically, depending on the level you have, you can distribute points. You sometimes get more than 1 point per level. So I actually have more than 52 points. I will spend some points on combat armor in order to unlock her to being able to equip heavy armor. Combat armor also gives a specific skill that gives you a shield boost, which is also helpful for soldiers because most likely they're going to be having big shields, and even though the shields are relatively big, they'll get destroyed pretty fast by enemy rockets and other high-tech enemies. So having something to restore the shield is very helpful. I'm actually probably going to be considering giving her Master Shield Boost at some point. Another interesting thing for soldiers is assault training. That unlocks, aside from some rather small bonuses to melee damage and weapon damage, it unlocks Adrenaline Burst. Adrenaline Burst is a specific skill that can be used to recharge old talents so that it can be used automatically. Basically, all skills here in Mass Effect 1 have separate cooldowns. So like the Advanced Shield Boost has a cooldown of 45 seconds. Other interesting things that we'll learn later, like Immunity, have a recharge timer of 60 seconds. But with Assault Training, we can reset them once. Adrenaline Burst itself has a relatively even longer cooldown than most skills that you're resetting, but sometimes it's the matter between life or death in order to gain access to immunity again. So I'm gonna unlock Fitness, and I'm also gonna give at least Advanced Adrenaline Burst, which reduces the cooldown of Adrenaline Burst to 90 seconds, which is still long, but not that much anymore. Also Immunity. Immunity is a really interesting, though sometimes also pretty annoying skill when enemies use it, because on the final level it increases the damage protection that the one using it has to 80%, which is a lot actually. There's really no reason to not use it, especially since the duration here is 20 seconds and the recharge time is 30 seconds, which is crazy. And you can reset it once using Adrenaline Burst, so you can pretty much keep it up for a long while if you're a high-end soldier, and can just wade into groups of enemies and say, what up, bitches?" So yeah, that's something. She also needs to use weapons since she's a soldier. I'm gonna give her the option to use assault rifles in an okay fashion by giving her that to at least Advanced Overkill. Overkill is a special skill that you can use when you're using assault rifles that makes them generate less heat and that makes them also more accurate, which is helpful. I'm also gonna have her unlock shotguns. I'm not gonna have her use pistols because she's a freaking soldier, she doesn't need pistols. But shotguns are interesting, so shotguns have their own weapon skill that turns the next shot into an explosive ball that can damage multiple enemies at the same time, which is interesting and can sometimes be helpful to clear entire rooms of enemies, so I give it that. Now I have still points left, so she gets Master Shield Boost, also Master Adrenaline Burst. The cooldown now there is 45 seconds, crazy. Totally freaking nuts. And we still have spare points left. I could invest something into sniper rifles and have her use that, but I'm not gonna do that. But let's take a look at her equipment too. What do you want, man? What do you want? What do you want, Ashley? What do you want out of your life? Could probably use this. This is actually pretty great, even though it's only power level 8 in theory, but it has a lot of shots before overheating. I think actually the Kovalyov would actually be better for her, because they have not the brick, that or that. Let me try this now. Then now can use it to compare it. This one has lower damage, but a lot more shots before overheating. Don't think it has anything special added to benefit that. The Spectre level 7 is actually worse in almost all regards except accuracy. Accuracy doesn't matter too much for your squad mates, other than for yourself. So I'm probably not gonna give her that. What's about the Breaker? Breaker has a little bit less damage, but better shots before overheating and accuracy. Let's actually give her that. Yeah. So, yeah. Can use the kinetic coil, I guess. And rail extension, more damage for more heat. No, 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 no. Could give her another kinetic coil, but could give her a scram rail. That's not that bad as the rail extension, so let's actually omnigel that. We can turn equipment that we don't want to use anymore into omnigel. Omnigel can be used for certain things that I'm probably gonna be talking about later. So I'm actually gonna give her a scram rail for more damage. And snowblind round. I still have snowblind rounds. Cool. Or do I want a sledgehammer? Sledgehammer? No, you're gonna take funnel rounds. So we have that. It's great. Now, which sort of shotgun do you want? This one looks great. I don't have anything with modifiers. This one has. Let's try that first. And what would the other one be? It's actually worse, except with shots before overheating. That's only slightly, in all regards, better and worse. That's just worse. That's also bad. This one is pretty great, but I'm gonna be saving that for another. Sorry, Ash. Yeah, but you can keep that. And I can remove those, because nobody's gonna use that. Yes. Come on, go. Go away! Thank you. So, pistols, you're not gonna use pistols, Ashley. If I ever give you pistols, then just, kill me, but you can use some pistol, I don't care. You can take this one, for instance. And I'm gonna turn them into omnigel. So, sniper rifles. I didn't give you points for sniper rifles, so you can just take this one. Armor. Do I have a heavy armor for you? This one is technically heavy armor, but it's pretty bad. I have a second Colossus. Yeah. Let's actually give it that. Alright. I'll take this one. So we look like, well, we're the same. That's a little bit boring, but anyway. The other armor is just really bad. I mean, it's better, it's worse in all aspects, so why would I give her that? Just so she doesn't look like me, my character. No, maybe not. So, right. But I think this was already
The beacon's at the far end of this trench.
yeah. So, as she said, in the next episode we're gonna be moving on further ahead. Oh, another non-leveled container. In the next episode we're actually gonna be moving ahead through this trench and try to find out more about the beacon and what happened there and while everybody's under attack here and stuff. So, I'll see you next time. Take care.